Hello everyone, this is Krishanu here and welcome back to the FPL Enthusiast YouTube channel. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. Let's try to get 100 likes on this video. So it was a decent game week, a small red arrow from 210,000 to 220,000. The main issue this week was that I didn't listen to my own advice. I should have gotten Sar in, but I went for a move up top and we'll see how that paid off this week. The other issues this game week were that my keeper got 0 points, one of my defenders got a 0 point return, and another one of them got -1. One of my midfielders didn't play, so that was another 0 point return. I mentioned in my previous video that my bench was in shambles and that was kind of concerning for me, and my fears did come true. Basically, I got a total of -1 points from 4 of my players this week. Even then, my team managed to get 61 points, 6 points more than the game week average. I'm really happy with this return this game week. I'm still only 11 points away from the top 100k and 19 points away from the top 50k, which is fairly decent at this stage of the season. In this video, I'll review how my players in my team performed in Game Week 5 and what are my knee-jerk transfer plans going into Game Week 6. So in goal, I had Sa. He came off with 0 points. He made 1 save all game. He conceded 2 goals and got a yellow card right before Brentford scored a penalty. Wolves made a lot of mistakes defensively in this game and they paid for it. Brentford didn't create a lot of chances in this game, but they capitalized on the 2 chances within 6 minutes. Both the goals were defensive errors by Wolves that cost them the game. The first one was a mistake made by Martial, holding somebody down like that in the box. If not the ref, VAR would have given that as a penalty. Second was a mistake by Kilman, who couldn't get an effective tackle in. Brentford was the second worst attacking team in the league. They had only 9 goal attempts, but they were just clinical enough with their chances. Wolves conceded 9 shots, 3 from inside the box and 6 from outside, and they conceded only 6 chances all game. I think for me it was more important that Brighton concede because I didn't want Sanchez to get a clean sheet. He was a threat to my rank with 26% ownership overall. The defense delivered only 5 points this game week. First player in defense is Williams with 0 points. Another 0 point player. He came on for Trent, who missed the game due to illness. Norwich conceded 3 goals and conceded 12 shots, 11 from inside the box and 1 from outside. I think they were lucky not to concede more. If it wasn't for some good saves by Tim Krul, Norwich would have conceded another 3 or 4 because they conceded a total of 11 chances this game. Williams literally didn't do anything in the attacking half of the game. He had 0 chances, he created 0 chances, he had 0 goal attempts and obviously no shots on target. In my earlier video, I did state that I would be lucky to get 2 points from him this week, and well, that didn't happen. He will definitely be on my bench in Game Week 6 and only come on if any of my players haven't still recovered from injury or if they don't start. My next player in defense is Tierney. Another clean sheet for Arsenal and another clean sheet for Tierney. I think the Tierney pick has been paying off magnificently. I got him in for Shaw and he's already scored 6 more points than Shaw in the past 2 game weeks. Tierney was taken off at the 77th minute and I think that was mainly to give him rest in case he is required for the EFL Cup game against Wimbledon this midweek. I have no issues with him coming off with 6 points. I'll take the clean sheet in a week where I get a total of -0.0 from 4 players in my team. Arsenal played the way they played defensively, conceding a lot of shots but none of them getting converted. They conceded 18 shots, 13 from inside the box and 5 from outside the box. They conceded 11 chances but none of them were big chances where Burnley looked like they could have scored. Tierney, like Williams, didn't do anything in the attacking half. He didn't have a chance nor create one. He didn't have any goal attempts or shots on target. But I think that's alright for now. Arsenal play Tottenham at home next game week and I want to keep him in my starting lineup. I see a 0-0 game coming through and I think it'll be another clean sheet for Tierney. The last defender is the star of my defensive lineup this week, like Tanganga was last week. It's Lucas Digne. He came off with -1 points this game week. I'm not sure what's happening this season. It's the first time that I have gotten negative points from players in back-to-back game weeks. Everton conceded 3 goals in the game and the second one was an own goal by Digne. I predicted this game to be a 0 or a 1-0 in Everton's favour and I couldn't have been more wrong about the result. Aston Villa dominated the game through and through and once they scored the first one, they looked ruthless in attack. It was attack after attack and the Aston Villa defence held really strong against the Everton attack. Aston Villa's fixtures turn in Game Week 11 for 3 weeks and it might be a nice time to get a player or 2 from their team during those 3 game weeks. As for Everton, they conceded 15 shots, 7 from outside the box and 8 from inside. They conceded only 10 chances. Digne had a fairly quiet game except for the own goal he scored. He created 1 chance all game and that was it. I will have him in my team for the game against Norwich, which should be a definite clean sheet. Hopefully he gets an attacking return in that game. It's the last game and he'll be in my team for that, and I would love a double-digit haul from him as a parting gift. First player in midfield was my captain. Another successful captaincy pick. Salah returned with a goal and an assist and 2 bonus points. A total of 24 points. Now that's 4 out of 5 successful captaincy picks. I think that's a really good start for the season. Salah and Liverpool played really well. They made several changes in defense this game week. Trent, Robertson and Matip all didn't start. Matip was rested, Robertson was benched, whereas Trent missed out due to an illness he suffered in the morning of the game. Hopefully he recovers and starts against Brentford next weekend. Liverpool was again the best attacking team this week. They had 25 goal attempts, 17 from inside the box, and they created 4 big chances. Salah was again amazing throughout the game. He didn't get as many through passes as he would have with Trent being out and Milner being in the right back position. But even then he did great. He had 6 chances, he created 2 chances, he had 5 goal attempts in the box and 5 shots on target. I think he will be rested or taken off early against Norwich in the EFL Cup game this Tuesday, and he should be ready to start against Brentford during the weekend. Second player in midfield was Torres. Neither did he start nor did he come off the bench. With the game in a deadlock, I really thought Torres would come off the bench, but Pep had other plans. He will definitely be leaving my team this week. I see 2 tough fixtures for City in the next 2 weeks, one against Chelsea and one against Liverpool, with a Champions League game between the two, and I do not know who will start and who will not for City. I cannot risk another player not starting for me in the next 2 game weeks, so I will be shipping him out. I don't mind getting in a player for 2 to 3 game weeks, so I'm thinking of getting a Leicester player in for the next 2 game weeks when they play Burnley and Crystal Palace, and they could definitely score in those 2 fixtures. Tielemans could be a good 2-week punt before we go into the international break. The third player in midfield was Diogo Jota. He came off with 3 points, but he missed a tap in front of goal. That could have changed the weekend for me. A few more points and I could have jumped closer to the top 100k mark. Jota did well though this game. His stats were good. He had 4 chances, he created 1 chance, he had 3 goal attempts in the box and no shots on target. He was taken off in the 67th minute, and I think that was so that he could potentially start the EFL Cup game against Norwich on Tuesday. I really needed attacking returns from him this game week. There is a potential that Firmino might be back next week and might start against Brentford, and Jota will be benched. I'll be keeping a close eye out on any news about Firmino and then make the transfer. I could transfer Sarr in for the next 2 fixtures. He is always going to start, and even if I wasn't on the receiving end of this haul this week from Sarr, he still plays Newcastle and Leeds in the next 2 fixtures, which could potentially get us good attacking returns from Sarr. The fourth midfielder is Rafinha. He came off with 8 points. 1 goal from him this week. It was a really smart dummy by Rodrigo that got him that goal. I'm not complaining. I'll take them however they come. He came off with a hip injury in the 67th minute. Hopefully he recovers from that, but I'll keep a close eye on any progress through team news as the week progresses. Leeds play against Fulham in the EFL Cup tie on Tuesday, and hopefully we'll get some news on his injury and recovery time frame in the next couple of days. It was an end-to-end football game between Leeds and Newcastle. It was a great watch, and Leeds was the second most attacking team this week. They had 22 goal attempts with 10 shots on target, and they created 1 big chance during the game. Rafinha had a decent game as well. He had 4 chances, he created 3 chances, he had 2 goal attempts in the box and 3 shots on target. He should have come off with another goal right before the end of the first half. He had acres of space. I'm not sure why he took a few more touches before getting a shot off. If he is fit, he is definitely going to play the next game against West Ham in my team. If not, I might bench him and make transfers elsewhere. Leeds have a great run of fixtures in the next 5 game weeks, and I want him in my team for the next 5. The last midfielder is Benrahma, who came off with 10 points, a goal and all 3 bonus points. I wanted to take him out for Sarr, and it's a good and a bad thing that I didn't. Him out for Sarr, it would have been a minus 4.8 and would have gained me an additional point from the transfers. The better transfer would have been Torres out for Sarr, but I wasn't going to do that before the Southampton game anyways. But all in all, it was a good game to watch against United. West Ham were decent. They had 13 goal attempts, 6 shots on target, and they had created 2 big chances. Benrahma was playing on the left this game because Antonio missed the game, and I think that caused a little drop in his stats this game. He had 3 chances, he created 1 chance, he had no goal attempts in the box, and 1 shot on target. That was the goal that he scored. He was really lucky to get that goal because it was big deflection of Varane. I am sure De Gea would have saved it if it wasn't for that deflection. I am happy to have kept him. I really needed a West Ham cover for the next 2 fixtures against Leeds and Brentford. The first attacker in the team is Ronaldo. Another game, another goal. Like I said in my last video, whenever he walks onto the pitch, it feels like he is going to score, and he did it again. 6 points from him this game. I told you guys, he will outscore Lukaku in these 3 fixtures, and currently he's 4 points ahead of Lukaku. United dominated the first half, and they were pretty good in the second half as well. I'm still not sure how United won't offer at least 1 if not 2 penalties. I think West Ham were very lucky to get those decisions go their way. United were the 5th most attacking team this week. They had 17 goal attempts, 12 shots on target, and 3 big chances this game. They should have scored a few more, but nonetheless, Ronaldo came off with a return, and that's that. His stats were outstanding this game week again, just like last week. He had 7 chances, he created none. He had 7 goal attempts and 5 shots on target. He is looking in great touch right now, and I might even captain him against Aston Villa next week. It's a home game against Aston Villa, and the environment at Old Trafford makes me feel that he might be a pretty decent captaincy pick. The second striker in my team, the player I transferred in, Patrick Bamford. He was transferred in for the suspended Antonio. I calculated the points I would gain with Antonio or Bamford between game week 5 and 7, and I think Bamford outscores Antonio. It was a very calculated transfer because I really like Bamford in my team right now. He has only blanked against United and Liverpool in the first 5 game weeks, basically a top 6 side. He doesn't play a top 6 side in the next 10 fixtures. He can be a really long hold for me, and I wanted him in so that I can start getting all his points as soon as the Leeds fixture turned this game week. Bamford played well. He had 4 chances, he created 1 chance, he had 4 goal attempts in the box and 1 shot on target. He'll be in my team, and hopefully he has no injury concerns for the next few game weeks. On my bench, I had Steer, Trent, Tanganga and Street, all with 0 points. So that's how my team performed this week. I'm really happy with the score, and I think I did really well in midfield and attack with my defense being in complete disarray. I think next week will be interesting, and the team news would be something I'll be paying a close eye on. I have players from almost each of the teams who are playing in the EFL Cup round this week, and hopefully no injuries occur, but you never know. Now these are the 2 transfers I'm thinking of making as of today. If Firmino has recovered and might start over Jota, I'll take Jota out for Sarr. Sarr plays Newcastle and Leeds the next 2, and he is looking in good touch, so he'll be a good 2-week punt. In the first 5 game weeks, Sarr has scored 3 goals. He has had 13 chances, he's created 9 chances, he's had 11 goal attempts in the box and 9 shots on target. He looks in good touch, and the next 2 fixtures he could potentially come off with good attacking returns. My next transfer would be Tielemans in for Torres. Tielemans plays Burnley, Crystal Palace, Manchester United and Brentford in the next 4. I'd want to keep him for all 4 fixtures. I think he could come off with 2 or 3 attacking returns in those fixtures. With an overall ownership of just 4.3%, he could be a great differential pick. Leicester is the worst attacking team in the league right now, but I find it really hard to believe that they won't turn it around. I think these next few fixtures will help them get back into the groove. In the first 5 game weeks, he's scored 1 goal and assisted once. He's had 9 chances, he's created 4 chances, he's had 3 goal attempts in the box and 2 shots on target. He's currently the best midfielder in the Leicester team, and he might be able to get some returns in the next few fixtures. Now both of these players have decent fixtures in the next 2 to 4 game weeks, and they are definitely going to start, so there won't be any benching headaches going into any game week. So what do you think about these moves? Do you think Leicester will turn it around? Let me know in the comment section below. Also go ahead and like the video if you enjoyed the content, and if you don't, still go ahead and like it. Let's try to get 100 likes on this video. I'd like to thank everyone who subscribed to the channel. We are already at the 500 sub mark, but 99.6% of you watching the video are still not subscribed. Let's get those numbers down. Let's try to get to 1,000 sub mark before the game week 8 deadline. Thank you everyone who has subscribed to the channel. Let's keep this momentum going. So that's it for this one. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed the content, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button and press that small bell icon so that you get notified every time I upload a video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon again.